Hello everyone, this is Dr. Aanchal Singh and I welcome you all again in today's session of the service marketing mix. Earlier also previously we have discussed the concept of the services marketing mix, and we have discussed in our previous discussion the concept of the 4 P's, that is people, process, that is product, price, place and promotion. Now in our current and the present session we will be dealing with the 3 more P's that are very important in the case of services marketing mix, and that is all being related with people, process and physical evidence. So, let us start. Now, we know that the services marketing mix, all the ingredients which are being used by the business organization to create value, they are coming to occupy the shape of the marketing mix, and it is very indispensable for the marketing firm, that is the service marketing firm, to channelize out these ingredients in the best possible way, so that the product that they are creating and offering in the market area are very much being inclined and being able to satisfy the needs and the wants of their target audience. So, we have discussed, as we have already discussed the fact of the 4 P's, that is product, price, place and promotion. The rest of the 3 P's we will be discussing in current scenario, in the current slide, and they are being related with people, process and physical evidence. We know that the services marketing mix, one of the important element in the case of services marketing mix, it's being related to be talked of in the sense of the people. So, here as it is being written in the slide that the people element refers to everyone who is being involved in the service delivery process, including employees, management and even the customers. The quality of the interaction between the services staff and the customers can significantly influence the customer satisfaction and loyalty. Training and empowering employees to provide exceptional service can enhance the overall experience, making them integral to the service product. Additionally, creating a customer-centric culture within the organization encourages employees to understand and meet the customer's needs effectively. Employee behavior, attitudes, professionalism play a crucial role in shaping the customer's perception of the service. Engaging with the customers and gathering feedback can help business continually to improve service delivery and foster a strong relationship. Now, this slide represents you the fact that people or the employees who are the part and the parcel of your organization, and they are being authorized to take care of the needs of the customers or the target audience, they have to be trained at the very first juncture. We have already discussed the fact that the employees play a very important role, because these are the people, they are the one who are understanding, who are in the frontline job, who are playing the role of the frontline job, and they are in direct touch with the customers. At many point of time, it is being seen that the customers they do have to play the role of the co-producers. We have said that the production and the consumption in case of services marketing mix, or in case of the service industry, they are going on simultaneously. So, it is very much being needed enough that the producers, in the case of the service marketing, the producers and the consumers, they are playing a very important role, because sometimes the consumers and the customers, they are acting as a co-producer. So, it is indispensable that the customers should be present at the point of the production, because that will be a very important step, because the production of the services or the offerings that the marketers are trying to create, they will go unutilized if the customers are not there in the market area to assimilate it or to consume it. So, at certain point of time, the customers are acting as a co-producer. Here the people who are involved in the creation and the delivery of the service process needs to be trained very importantly, because they are the people who are acting as a frontline staff. And we know that every business organization, in case of every business organization, the customers and the target audience, they are playing a very important indispensable role, because here every business organization, they are treating the customers as a kingpin. And here our culture is revolving around the customer centric approach. We know that the organization in which the employees are working, they need to understand the people's need, they need to understand the aspirations, the temperaments and the psychological attributes which the customers are showing. Then only they will be in a position to deliver and to create and to deliver what the customer wants. So, shaping up the customer's perception, knowing about the customer's perception, their motivation, their attitudes, their aspirations are very important for the people who are working over it, because then only they will be able to create and to shape up the offerings in such a way to come out within a personalized or the customized kind of offerings to give satisfaction to the target audience. Then only and in this particular situation we may say that the customers or the target audience will be able to create a binding relationship with you, because we know that the customers will be developing a customer loyalty, and that particular loyalty will be turning out to come out a shape of the goodwill. And if the customers are satisfied with your offerings, then only they will be committing and they will be showing out a committed relationship with you in the years to come. Now the next slide and the next component in case of the service marketing decisional element, it's all being related within a process. Here in the slide, it's being written that the process element pertains to the procedures, mechanisms and the flow of activities by which the service is consumed. It includes the steps taken from the service conception to the delivery and post-service support. A well-defined process ensures efficiency and consistency which are critical for the service delivery. For instance, a restaurant service process includes order taking, food preparation, serving, all of which must flow smoothly to enhance the customer satisfaction. Moreover, the service process often involves customers' participation, meaning that how these processes are designed can significantly impact the customer's experience. Simplifying process reduces wait times and ensures clear communication and enhanced satisfaction. Continuous evaluation of the service process is essential for identifying the bottlenecks and opportunities for the improvement, ultimately leading to an overall better service experience. So this particular slide gives you the fact that the process is all being related with the different kind of procedures, the different mechanisms and the flow of the activities which are being channelized by the service firm or the service marketer for the purpose of delivering and creating and delivering a good offering in consonance with the needs and the wants of the target audience. We have taken an example. For instance, if you are visited to a hotel or in a restaurant for the purpose of satiating out your basic need of the hunger for the food, then you are consuming out the meals. But the process here gives you the fact that once you have visited out to a hotel or a restaurant, then visiting to a particular hotel and the order of and the different kind of channelization of the different flow of the sequence of the activities in the form of order taking, in the form of ensuring that how efficiently the attendant is coming to you, it is coming up to you and they are taking up the order, how consistent they are delivering out the services in the form of the delivering of the menu, in the form of the delivering of the meals to you. All these kind of process will be, in turn will be channelized, and it will be in totality we can say it will be constituted as an creation of an effective delivery process by that particular hotel or the restaurant. And if your service delivery process is effective enough, then only you will be having out an experience of delightment, and that will lead towards a repetitive purchase behavior, acting or creating to form the habit of the learned purchase behavior. So here the service process often involves the customer satisfaction. We know that if the process of the service creation and the delivery is very efficient and it is up to the mark, definitely the customers and the target audience will be having a feel of delightment, and that will significantly impact the customer's experience. We can say that the process should be lucid enough, it should be not being very time consuming, because each and every customer, they are facing the paucity of the time, they are not inclined to wait for a longer period of time. So the service firm, it is very imperative for the service firm to make out the constant evaluation, to monitor and to control out the activities, that how they are channelizing out their efforts, how they are giving out their deeds and the satisfaction to the target audience in the best possible way, with the minimum wastage of the resources in terms of the time and the effort which they themselves have to incur. And in addition to the talking of with regard to the perception and with regard to the perception of the customers they do have to incur certain kind of non-monetary cost in the form of the time cost, in the form of the effort and the psychological cost which they have to bear, apart from the monetary cost which they are incurring in the form of the payment of the prices. So the customers have to be given out a greater feel in the form of the delightment, and here the service firm and the marketers have to ensure that the continuous evaluation and the monitoring mechanism should be there in order to check out the quality of the creation and the delivery of the process which they are trying to target in the market area. So there should be a mechanism of the preemptive quality check. so that the bottlenecks and the opportunities can be checked, and there is always a scope of making out an improvement to better perform in the coming days. And that is what will be creating or they will be creating a situation in which a competitive advantage will be achieved, which will be giving you at a comfortable zone, which will be giving you at ease to perform better as against the competitors who are operating in the marketing environment. Coming to the next one, that is the next P, and it's all being related with a physical evidence. Now, the physical evidence, it's being written in the slide that it encompasses all the tangible elements that support the service and influence the customer's perception. This can include the physical environment where the service is delivered, such as the decor of the hotel or the cleanliness of the restaurant. Well-designed physical evidence helps to reinforce the service quality and value, making it essential for the building trust and credibility. Moreover, physical evidence extends to any promotional materials, brochures, business cards, or even the digital presence of the service. These elements should be consistent with the brand image and messaging. In the context of service, physical evidence plays a crucial role in shaping the customer's expectation and experiences, serving as a point of reference that complements the tangible aspects of the service itself. The intangible aspects of the services itself. So, we have already discussed the fact when we were dealing with regard to the characteristics of the services, and we know that the services are intangible nature, they are perishable, they are variable. So, here the component of the physical evidence, it plays a very important and a crucial role to supplement out that particular kind of intangibility that we are experiencing. So, as a marketer and the service provider, we have to ensure that intangibility, there should be an element of the tangibility clues which are supplementing the intangibility offerings of the marketer. Now, these tangibility clues may come and may create in a shape of the handouts or the brochures that you are trying to float in the market area, and you are trying to inform and create a message that we are there in the market area, we are coming out with such an offerings which are having a capability to satiate your needs and the wants, and they can be consumed by the customers, by the consumers, in order to satisfy out their hidden needs and the wants. So, all these kind of tangible clues which may be coming and which may be getting out in the shape of the physical evidence may include the tangibility aspect of the infrastructural facilities which the marketers are trying to make use of. Like, suppose we can take an example, like suppose you are in the classroom, and there are certain kind of basic amenities and the basic support facilities that should be there in order to supplement out the services that you are consuming. Now, these basic amenities may be in the form of the bench and the desk that you are that they should be present, so that you can have a proper comfortable zone to sit. There should be a presence of the lighting, there should be a fan to talk of. The duster and the chalk is also very much being needed, or if you are using out the digital board, there should be a digi board which the educators and the training centers will be using for the purpose of helping you out to make out or to create out the proper delivery of the information that they are trying to channelize. So, the physical evidence, it all talks about the source of all kind of the support facilities or the supportive facilities that the marketers are trying to use for the purpose of accentuating out their intangibility offerings that they are trying to offer in the market area. And the tangibility offerings will be definitely, they will be helping the marketers to shape up the customers' expectations, to come out in alignment with the customers' expectations and the experiences, and they will be serving as a point of comparison. The customers will be perceiving that yes, these are the amenities, these are the facilitating services and the goods that we are getting in addition to the core elements of the product, and because of that particular factor, the customers and the consumers will be having a feel that we are getting something new, or their services and their experiences and their cherished moments can more be accentuated, and the customers may develop a feel of delightment. We know that the customer's perception, it is all being related within a motivational, it is all being related within a psychological factor. The perception, the motivation, the attitudes, it's all being related within the psychological traits. So, the human being and basically we are talking of with regard to the consumer, the purchase behavior which the customers are showing, which the consumers are undergoing in for meeting up their needs and the expectations. Here the consumers and the customers, they have to just look in for that their offerings and the things that they are consuming out should be creating or should be of such a nature in which they are getting a value, and value which is being defined in terms of the benefits and the costs that they are analyzing. So, value may be in terms of the benefits that they are getting, and these benefits are being defined in terms of the functional benefits, the psychological benefits that they are consuming, and the cost here, it is being defined in terms of the all the costs that they are incurring, not only with regard to the financial cost which they are paying in terms of the prices, but apart from the financial cost, they are also incurring certain kind of non-monetary cost which are coming to occupy the shape of the efforts, times and the psychological risk and the uncertainties that they are bearing for the purpose of undergoing a purchase decision. So, this is all about the physical evidence, and here we have dealt with the 3 P's that is being related to talk of as a very important pivotal role in the defining out the ingredients of the service marketing mix, that is the people, process and physical evidence. Now, we will be moving out to another topic that is all being related with what are the important reasons, and it says that the contributing reasons which are which have to be studied and which we should be knowing out for the purpose of the growth of the service sector. And these are the important reasons which are helping or which are contributing or which are giving an impetus for the growth of the service sector that has to be studied upon. So, moving on the slide, the first point it says about the increasing level of the income. Now, this particular point, it is being related within a personal income. We know that for the purpose of moving in for the purchase decision, the economic determinant plays in a very important role. For any kind of individual, if the individual is acting as in a role of consumer, if the individual is not in a consumer, the end user, but the individual is moving in for the purchase decision, they will be talked of as a customer. So, the economic determinant, it is coming to take the shape of the personal income. So, in the earlier course of action, in the olden days, we know that each and every person or the human being, they have an unlimited resources at their disposal. In the present scenario also, we can say that the resources are scarce and they are limited in nature, but the thing is that our disposable income is getting increased because of the different kind of changes that we are experiencing. So, if the personal income of the customers and the consumers, they are getting increased, so definitely they will be having a profound influence towards the disposition of the purchase process that they are showing off. This discretionary income is also one of the subset of the personal income, and if the personal income is being increased, definitely our discretion to go in for the purchase process will be having it will be creating out a profound influence towards moving in for the purchase process, and that is being defined in terms of the discretionary income or the disposable income. So, after meeting out the preemptive kind of obligations in the terms of the taxes and the duties that we have to fulfill upon, whatever left portion is being there with the customers, with the consumers, it is up to the discretion that the customers they are willing enough to move in for the purchase process, or whether they are having out an inclination to save that particular surplus leftover income that is being there with them. So, increasing level of income, it is one of the factor that is being seen by the customers, by the consumers, wherein they are experiencing that their personal and the disposable income is getting increased, and that is why that is a prominent reason wherein the customers and the consumers are moving in for the more adoption of the service delivery, and they are just trying to go in for that particular kind of aspect. Now, the second important thing is the organization. We know that every business organization, it is being defined in terms of the mobilization and the allocation of the scarce resources which are there in their environment, and they are trying to mobilize, they are trying to allocate, they are trying to define out and they are trying to monitor out these scarce resources in terms of the uses in the best possible way. So, they are judiciously and rationally they are utilizing out the scarce resources in terms of procuring them, in terms of allocating them, in terms of monitoring them, in terms of directing them and coordinating them, so that the best value creation can be done. Now, that value creation will be having out utility in terms of satisfying, in terms of providing out the satisfaction in consonance with the needs and the wants of the target audience. So, organization is also one of the factor wherein they are trying to create, whether the organization is being engaged in the delivery of the physical goods. And we know that if the organization is being engaged in the procurement and the delivery of the physical goods, every physical goods is also having a component of the intangible attributes. So, we can say that the physical commodity that is there in the market area and that is there in the market area being created and disposed of by the marketer for the purpose of satiating the needs of the target audience. But the target audience here, they are also knowing about the fact that it is not only the physical commodity that they are consuming, but in addition to the physical goods or the commodity, they are also consuming certain kind of abstractness which are trying to get the shape of the deeds and the association that the benefits that they are consuming on. So, organization is also one of the factor wherein we can say that our economy, earlier also we have discussed the fact that our economy, they are moving in from the agrarian economy, they are moving in from the agrarian sector to the business sector, and definitely it is the need of the hour in the present scenario that the economy is creating a shift from the manufacturing sector to the tertiary sector, and that tertiary sector, it is what is all being related within a services sector. Now, this fact, that is the growth, that is the transformation of the economy from the agrarian to manufacturing, and from the manufacturing to the service sector, it is all being said that the Western economies have already realized the fact, and they have that particular service orientation. They have realized that the services sector, they are contributing to given a profound boost to their GDP. Now, keeping that particular fact into mind, our subcontinent, that is the Indian subcontinent, they have realized out the fact that the Western economies like China, superpowers like US, Brazil, they have their economy and their infrastructure facilities are very much being advanced in nature, and they have already realized out the fact that apart from the robust infrastructural facilities, it is the contribution of the services which are being talked of in the terms of the intangibility attributes. They are there in the market area which are contributing and which are supporting their economy to get it inclined at a very greater level. Now, the next point is all being related within a woman in the workforce. In the earlier course of action, we know that in the olden days we were having a family structure in which both the working parents were not having an inclination to work. It means we can say that it is the authority and the responsibility of the men to take care of the outside needs, and the women in the family structure, they were more being inclined to take care of the things of the household. So, but nowadays the scenario is being changed, and we are witnessing that in one particular family structure, both the partners, they are having got a working orientation, and they are more being pronounced to just to satisfy and to just take care of their livelihood in a better way, and both the parents, both the partners, they are having a working orientation. So, we know that if the women are also coming and they are participating in the workforce, definitely they will be having a scarce time, they will be having a very dearth of the time, they will be experiencing a dearth of time to take care of their household needs, and they will be trying to take the help of the daycare centers or the centers of creches facilities, or trying to take the services of the household maids for the purpose of getting done their household needs. So, this is also one of the kind of, we can say that this is also one of the kind of services that we are experiencing and we are consuming by taking the help of the deployment of the maids or the household workers or the daycare centers, or even then if you are not having enough time, we are just trying to take care of the things which are coming to define in the shape of the old age homes also. So, this is also one of the reason to go in for the growth of the service sector. The next point, it's all being related in a demographic shift. Demographic shift is being talked of in the sense of your expectancy, your life span. We know that in our yesteryears, the average lifespan of the people was less because of certain kind of paucity of the resources, and those resources were the medical facilities. We know that we were not having up to the mark kind of thing that is being related within a robust and a healthy medical facilities to talk of. But nowadays for every kind of we can say that for every kind of dreaded disease, even if for the purpose of getting rid ourselves from the dreaded disease, we are having an advanced technology, tools and techniques, and the advanced medical restoration facilities being with us for the purpose of increasing our lifespan, and definitely our lifespan is getting increased from the years that we have witnessed in the olden days. So if we are experiencing a good medical facilities, definitely our lifespan is getting increased, and it is one of the reason wherein we are experiencing, we can experience that we as a customer, we as a consumer, we are experiencing more kind of services which are coming to create the shape of the good medical facilities, good hospitals, good technological advancements like PET analysis. We are having in a computer-aided technologies, we are having in a good kind of technological advancements. Now the next point is being related with the concern for the environment. There are many kind of agents, there are many kind of intermediaries who are operating in the environment, and they are more being concerned towards the social cause. So certainly different environmental concerns, the people who are very much being inclined towards lifting the cause of the social or towards lifting out the environmental cause, they are there in the environment, and they are placing out their services in terms of creating an atmosphere in which the our natural environment can be preserved. They are trying to protect our natural environment by creating certain kind of supplementary kind of services, so that our environment can be protected from the negative kind of consequences from the different kind of gadgets that we are trying to use in. Now the next point is being related within a government, and we know that the government at large in our economy, in our subcontinent, the government at large, they are trying to offer you certain kind of services which are coming in the shape of the infrastructural facilities. The government is trying to spend more on their expenditure. They are creating and incurring more expenditure on the creation of and the establishment of the infrastructural facilities, the creation of the hospitals, educational institutions, and power sector. They are spending more on the power sector. So if the government agencies are just trying to create all these kind of things, we can say that development and the establishment of the infrastructural facilities, or the telecom sector, or the defense sector, giving a boost to the defense sector, the social security mechanisms which the government agencies are floating, they are all being related within the services only, because that will in turn will be having out an ability to generate employment. So definitely government is also one of the, we can say that it is one of the factor which is contributing towards the emergence of the growth sector. Now the industrialization, we have already talked the fact that our economy was primarily, it was agrarian in nature, and with the passage of the time we have understood that it is not only we can be relying on the extractive kind of thing, or we will only be able to rely on the primary kind of industries for the purpose, not only industries, we can say that we can be relying on the primary activities for the purpose of meeting out our human existence and the survival. It is not the case, but we have to find out certain kind of alternative arrangements, and that is coming in the form of the generation of the manufacturing industry. So the manufacturing industry or the industrialization, it is also being talked of as one of the reason for the growth of the service sector, because if you are just being able to procure out the inputs, and you are trying to mobilize out the resources and transforming out those inputs into form of certain kind of value you are creating, and you are trying to dispose of the value in the marketplace or in the market space, definitely it means you are trying to translate out your inputs into certain kind of tangible components, and that tangible components is having out an ability to satisfy the needs of the target audience. So industrialization, it's more being talked of in the sense of the creation of the tangible goods, and tangible goods, we know that we have said that every tangible goods is having a close association with the intangible clues. So so we can say that the industrialization is also a point to talk of. Now the competitive pressures, we can say that every industry, they are operating in the environment, and we are living in a monopolistic competitive pressure. So monopolistic competitive pressure is all being related within a emergence of the different kind of firms, and they are operating in the industry with the coming of with the differentiated products, with the different kind of heterogeneous mixes of the products. So the competitive pressure in turn will be helping us out to develop certain kind of alternative mechanisms to differentiate out their core offering in terms of the physical commodities that they are trying to offer in the market area. And if the core element is same, but they are creating and they are supplementing out their core object and the core product with the addition of the certain kind of services. So definitely the competitive pressure will be talked of as a factor to contribute to talk of towards the contribution of the services sector. Now the national specialization and the international specialization, they both is all being related with the fact that we are, if we as a business firm, we are not having a specialization towards the production of a certain kind of commodity, definitely we will be trying to outsource it to another party who are there in the operating environment for the purpose of getting a competitive advantage. So, on those commodities, on the production of those commodities in which we are having a competitive advantage, we will be trying to manufacture, we will be trying to offer those services or manufacture those kind of products, but over whom we are not having a greater reliance, we will be trying to take the help from the outsource kind of agents, or we will be trying to take the help from the outsource agents, and that will be coming to occupy the shape of the outsourcing. So definitely the national and the international specialization is also being talked of as a factor towards contributing the growth and the emergence of the services sector. So this is all about in today's discussion, that is we have dealt in today's discussion with regard to the 3 P's of the marketing mix, services marketing mix, that is people, process and physical evidence. And in today's discussion we have also discussed the reasons for the growth of the emergence of the service sector. With this, I am winding up my session here only, and I hope I will be meeting you all in the next discourse. And in the next discourse, we will be dealing with the technological aspect of the services sector, how technology is helping you out towards the giving an impetus to the service sector, what are the important tools are there in the hand of the marketers for the purpose of contributing the growth of the services sector, that we will all be dealing in the next discourse. Till then, stay blessed and stay safe. Thank you all for joining.